Okay, so my name's Russ and I'm a bit of a fat lad, although I'm slightly less fat than I was 6 months ago. 6 months ago I weighed 121.6 kilos and today I weigh 101.6 kilos. Now that comes down to two things. One, I have a new personal trainer, Ted, and two, I've decided to eat better. What happened was I was getting ready for work and I've got size 42 trousers, or I had size 42 trousers, and I was pulling them on and they were a bit tight, and I thought what I need to do is get myself some bigger trousers. And then I thought, do you know what? A better option would be to just lose some weight. So that's what I did. And I went out and I'll talk more about what I've done to lose weight, but basically I started Couch to 5k and I reduced my calories down to 2,000 calories a day. And that was it. That was the basics of me losing weight. However, a few weeks ago I was at 95 kilos and now I'm back up at 101.6. So I've still lost 20 kilos from my starting point, and don't get me wrong, 6 months ago I'd have given my left arm for that, but ideally I want to be down at about 85 kilos because that then puts me into healthy body weight and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, how am I going to do this? And I thought what I need to do is challenge myself to do something. So I've signed up to do Hyrox. Now if you don't know what Hyrox is, it's a fitness test that runs globally, and no matter where you go in the country, the test is exactly the same. Now I've not done it before. I've watched people online who have done it. I've watched Mark Lewis and I've watched a couple of other people, and I thought, do you know what? That looks like my kind of thing. It looks difficult, it looks challenging, but it also looks doable because you're not really competing against anyone by yourself. You get set off in waves where you might not even be racing against people in your category. So I thought, do you know what? It's worth a go. So what is Hyrox? Well, Hyrox is an event where you run 8 kilometres, but you run it a kilometre at a time, and between each kilometre you do one other event, and them events are rowing, the ski erg, farmer's carry, lunges, board jump burpees. I'll go into that in more detail in another video, but basically, yeah, so it's this, and the time limit, most people seem to do it in about an hour and 30 minutes. For me, as this is my first one, and basically it's just a way to keep myself training, this is like my benchmark. I've got 77 days today, so that's 11 weeks to get this sorted out. I'm doing it in Manchester in January. I think it's the 28th of January, something like that. So I'm going to get out there and do my shizzle. I've got an 8-week training plan that's on the Hyrox website, and I'm going to follow that as best I can, although my gym doesn't have a ski erg, so I'm going to have to do alternative things to that, but pretty much everything else I can do. They've got a sled for weighted sled pushes and pulls, and they've got kettlebells for doing farmers carries and that kind of stuff, so I think I should be alright. So I've got a new personal trainer, Ted, and I'll introduce you to Ted next week probably. I'm sure that he'll be happy to come on, and we'll work out, and I'll show you how he's helping me get fit and what he's doing. But I didn't have Ted to start with, and Ted wasn't the reason that I started losing weight. I did that off my own back, and I'm quite proud of that. Although Ted probably had more to do with it than I thought he did. So stay tuned, and we will be back next week, and I'll give you an episode on what I've been doing so far to get to where I am. I'm going to do 10 episodes in this season. Getting ready for Hyrox, and then I'm going to do another 10 episode season because I've also got in a couple of other things booked in for next year, and I want to sort of do them in individual parts so that people who are interested in that kind of thing can find the episodes alright. Hopefully it'll work out alright, and hopefully you'll follow me. Please subscribe so that you can watch the whole series. That'd be brilliant, and push the little dingy bell ding ding thing. That'd be amazing. Alright, cheers, bye.